Alright folks, welcome to Let's Play Faster Than Light. This is my first time actually recording this game, even though I have already beaten every single achievement on hard and with every single ship. So I like to think I'm pretty good at this game. Let's see. You can see total games played 120, total victory is 62. So actually better than 50% success rate. Not too bad, right? Funny enough, my best run was with the Slug B, which people usually think is a horrible ship. But I actually quite like it. All you really need is a med bay or a clone bay, and you're set. You already have the missile to take out enemy med bays or weapons. Artemis missile is a great weapon. Two damage for 1 power. So I actually quite like it. And with the boarding ship, once you get rolling, you get a few lucky weapon drops and things like that. It really snowballs, and you can really steamroll it into a good game. But we're not going to be playing the Stealth B this time. We're going to be playing a different boarding ship. One that everyone hates, including me, the Federation C, the Frigatidae, which is a horrible ship. I think someone on the internet once compared it to trying to take a shit while doing an upside-down handstand. Here's the basic problem. You do have boarding, you have a clone bay, which I love boarding with clone bays as opposed to med bays. A lot of people feel like they get very unlucky in those situations and their clone bay goes down at just the wrong time. They lose their crew members. But you can just as easily lose your crew members with med bays. And clone bays allow you, in most circumstances, to do things that you can't do with a med bay. You can just send wave after wave of teleporters with a clone bay and not worry about having to bring them back. Gives you about twice the teleporting efficiency. Anyway, so it's great stuff. You can do riskier things with the clone bay. You can. I love doing combination of clone bay and firebomb or fire beam, where even if you don't have rockmen to send in, you just throw them in a burning room. Let the fire get totally out of control while the enemy crew and your crew are both fighting in there. It doesn't matter if your crew dies, they'll just get cloned. So I love to do that to the weapons room. And after that point, the ship doesn't have any more weapons. They're screwed. The AI is not particularly good at figuring out how to fight a fire in a 4-tile room. It's pretty much hopeless, even if it has a med bay to run back to heal. It doesn't know how to really coordinate its crew to fight that fire, so it's basically screwed after that point. You have all the time in the world to, at your leisure, dismantle the rest of their ship without any threat to your own. So I love that. I don't know. We'll see what we can get rolling on this ship. With this one, it's really the luck of the draw. You have to count on your boarding getting you something nice early on in the game, some sort of weapon. If you can get some good weapons, even just some support weapons like some bombs or some missiles, that does wonders to help your boarding out. And then you maybe late game, if you want, transition into an awesome gunship type of build with relying on the flak artillery to strip the shields down, and then like some halberd beams or other weapons that or long charging weapons that pack a lot of punch. Those were great. Those combine very well with the flat cannon, but you got to make it to the end game to get there. This ship can be very good in the end game, but it's tricky in the early game. So like, what do you do, for example, if you run into an enemy ship with a med bay? Do you wait 50 seconds for the flak artillery to hopefully hit the med bay? What if it's a level 2 med bay? then you're really screwed. You wait on the flak artillery to fire multiple times to just destroy the ship. I mean, you're talking 100 seconds. The enemy's gonna get so many volleys in the meantime. One thing that you can do is send over the second wave of teleporters and just kind of overwhelm the enemy crew. Like, especially the early game ships will tend to have like 2 or 3 crew. Sometimes you can just concentrate them in a 4-tile room and just kind of wear down the enemy, and they might run to their med bay, but like, let's say you're in their weapons, you can take down their weapons, and a lot of times they'll kind of straggle back one at a time and just get totally overwhelmed by your 4 boarders. You can take down one system after another like that. That's one thing you can do. And auto ships are incredibly easy to take down with this ship from the very start of the game. So it does have its advantages, but you know, it's right up there with NGB as and possibly Stealth C is tricky too. NGB and Federation C are the worst. No doubt about it. So, no point having a guy in a weapons room with no weapons. I think we're going to go with the Human and Mantis boarding. Have our Zoltans, even though this Zoltan, its power is wasted on the piloting room. I don't know, this seems to, unless you really want to do the Suicide Zoltan thing, which that's another way to get around a med bay. You can get both of your Zoltans to basically detonate before the enemy crew can run out of the room. You know, that's if you get both of them to detonate right around at the same time, that's like 30 HP, you know, damage that you can do. But a lot of times what will happen is one Zoltan will detonate, and then the enemy crew will have time to run out of the room before the other one detonates, and they'll be able to heal anyways. So that strategy is not really that reliable, I would say. Let's see what we got. That's a lot of missiles, so yeah, why not? I do want to hit these nebula beacons. Investigate. Try to communicate peacefully. Yeah. All right. So, right off the bat, that lets us use our Zoltans better. And that gives us, it makes it easier for us to do 2 waves of boarding. Actually, what we might want to do is think about a early teleporter upgrade, so we can do 2 waves of board. Have the second wave be these Suicide Zoltans. That might be feasible. Alright, we got an early stealth ship, should be no problems whatsoever. Once you take down one of these weapons, we're under no threat whatsoever. This is easy mode right here. So the ship is good against certain ships. It might even... Normally you don't want to run from any battles. It's like almost never a good idea. But with this ship you might consider running from some early battles that it's not suited for, like enemy ships with med bays. Because you can partially compensate for that by fighting these really easy ships. There's that flak artillery, which takes forever to charge, but it's pretty good once it does fire. So I'd be tempted to do level 2 piloting just to try to get lucky here, but we really need level 2 shields. more than anything right off the bat. So I don't know. Yeah, we need level 2 shields ASAP. If this is a okay. What do we got here? We got an ion stunner and a missile. No med bay, should be a piece of cake. Not too worried. I do need to make sure to be ready to repair that clone bay if it gets missiled. Okay, that's not ideal. And I should have moved him out of there before getting stunned. Okay, don't hit our clone bay. Don't hit the clone bay. Okay. Let's get the Sultans into the teleporter. Oh, okay. Well, let's just get anyone in there. It doesn't really matter. Well, heck, our Mantis is just about cloned up again, so we'll just send him in for a second wave. I think we got a fire over here, it sounds like, so. Oh! That could have been bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, we're done though. We're done here. I think. There's one more. Okay, there's an NG. Man, we're getting lucky on the dodges. Alright, let's wrap it up. Wrap it up. One more missile shot off. Will we dodge this one? No. Let's see, do we want to use the medical airlock? I think we do. Well, maybe not for a Zoltan. Just for the Mantis. Because, poor Mantis, buddy. Need you to be at full health going into the next battle. The Zoltans doesn't really matter as much, because you just use them as suicide bombers anyways. They don't even have any skill. One of them has some combat skill. Okay, let's resume places. That was a pretty good battle. We are almost to getting level 2 shields. Okay, we can hit that distress. Distress beacons are a little nicer with the with the clone bay. Alright, we got level 2 shields. And here is a good example of where that will come in handy. Let's see, can we win this 1v1? Maybe. We'll probably want to get our second wave in there. In fact, it's impossible for us to take damage if I just put the Zoltans in here. Can't get ioned. We might actually win this anyways. Yeah, oh, good, 4 fuel. And you guys are going in the medical airlock, for sure. I call it the medical airlock because it's a way of healing them by killing off the previous clones and recloning them. It's pretty brutal, I know. Pretty brutal. They do lose some experience when they get recloned, so it's not perfect, but okay, I might think about, yeah, some more engine power, just in case we need to, like, get out of a battle that is futile for us to be in. Plus, just defenses are good. Ooh, teleporter. But I think that means we don't get a chance to actually. I'd like to actually attack the automated ship. So yeah, this is not going to be that hard. Get some experience dodging. Again, these scout ships or auto scouts, auto assaults are easy mode with this crew here. I'm just gonna wait for the clones to come back. Oxygen back on. There's our flak artillery. Didn't actually do a whole lot. Okay. Send in the clones! I'm gonna have to wait for another flak volley. That last flak volley will do it. And they're dead. There we go. Alright, recent scans, updated map with details of the surrounding area. Nice. Nice! What do we want to do? Maybe bam, 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 bam. Let's see, bam, 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 something like that. Something like that. Wait for our guy to clone. Would be nice to get a weapon sooner or later so we can get through Zoltan shields. That's another thing this ship is pretty bad at first. I mean, technically it is possible to deal with them, but not easy. So it's, oh man, I hate going into... do I even want to do that? Do I? Yeah, I guess just to show it off. Show how awful those... oh yeah. Oh, nice, another Zoltan. Where are we even gonna put him? I guess in the... almost want to... send him boarding team. That might be doable. We got a guy on sensors to tell us what we're getting into. Alright, let's hope we don't die. That's what we hope every battle, but this one especially. Oh, and they got a med bay too. Look at that. Of course. Yeah, no, this sucks. This sucks. It just sucks. I think I just want to get out of here. Although, you know, actually, once they run out of missiles, they can't damage me. Because I can always put Zoltans in the shield room to keep my shields up. So what I might consider doing is just slowly flacking them to death. It might be worth the scrap, I don't know. I guess we'll keep him in the sensor room. We're not gonna board, because that's... don't trust it. Okay, unless they flak us, or unless they missile us. And they're only one damage missiles too, so... Oh, fuck. Well, it ended up not really mattering, did it? And we gotta vent that. Get some dodges. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Okay, got a dodge there. So I can close those doors. Maybe the flak will take out their med bay and we can just go in there. Oh, great. Well, I say we double down and... Yes, please, accept their offer. I think... Can we kill them? Can we really kill them? Is it safe to kill them? I think that's getting greedy. Let's just accept their surrender. Wasn't that bad of a trade. Could have been a lot worse. Oh, we take like 4 damage. We got a bunch of fuel, some scrap. I'd say it was worth it. Let's wait for the ion damage to go away. Okay. Sun. Yeah, we don't have time to go check out these stores. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, explore the asteroid field. Nice. Nice! Alright, I'm very tempted to get a second teleporter thing so that we can teleport 2 waves over in quick succession. Let's do it. So we got the crew for it, that's for sure. Oh, this is a piece of cake. Alright. Yeah. What I might do is send a second wave in. Get their shields offline. Yeah, this is gonna wreck. This is gonna wreck their ship. Although it wrecked our ship too. I need door controls. Okay, that's not what we want. Once we have door controls. And they're dead. Okay, not too bad. Now let's just vent all this. Do we want to wait for... We do have one guy still in the clone bay, which is less than ideal, but we need to get out of here before the next solar flare. Dock with the feeling. Yeehaw! Got lucky there, got some free fuel. Okay, got all of our crew back. Let's close the doors. And next sector, NG controlled or NG controlled? Huh. Well, won't really matter except what we have coming down the pipeline. I'd much rather go down green sectors if I can help it. I'm not a big fan of nebulas, especially with teleporting. There's no way of seeing what you're getting into. NGs are so easy to kill with boarding, usually. Unless they have the medbot, though. But I wouldn't mind going down this way. Maybe hitting that, or maybe hitting that. I don't know. Let's go with the bottom one. Let's see what our sector looks like. Yeah, pretty good. Actually, I think I'm gonna pause it right here now that we're at the beginning of Sector 2.